can vaguely sing that entire song.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, I don't sing.
Come on.
I don't sing.
Oh.
There you go. No, I can't. So that's your next song you're gonna cover, right?
Okay, yeah.
You do Ozone.
Yeah, make it heavy.
Numa. Because I mean that was huge in the early 2000s. The guy. What's funny is.
Well, the song is called Dragos de Aminte.
Yeah. Well, here in America, it was the Numa song. Okay. Welcome back to the Nazarene Nerd Podcast. I'm Dave the Nazarene Nerd, and with me I have Sam.
Hey, this is Samuel.
So I'm not in my usual setup. This is the tour bus for Liliac.
Yep.
I'm with the guitarist, a longtime friend. How long have we been friends now?
I don't know, probably like 4 years?
Five
Was
years,
it 5? I don't know.
When did you guys,
five.
Yeah, when did you guys go to Harrisburg? First time, first East Coast tour.
2019, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, it's been about 5 years.
Okay, 5 years. Wow, that's insane.
It's been a long time.
Wow, and you guys were just there, like we didn't know you. You guys just wanted to help out. And
Dad was like
set up everything with us.
Yeah, right? Dad was like he saw your. I think the one that got everybody was Crazy Train when you started on here, and that's what kind of piqued his interest, and then he reached out to your dad and was like, "Hey, do you guys need help?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, we'll take the help." We got there and. The rest is history.
Yep, exactly. And you guys also help out with other people too, as well. Like
we do.
Artists
We do a lot of other festivals and whatnot. So, So where were you guys at this past Friday?
We were at Rocklahoma.
So how did that come about?
So it's quite an interesting story. We actually had shows on August 30th and the 31st. One in Winchester, Virginia, and the other in Reading, Pennsylvania. You guys are from Pennsylvania, so which is why we're here today.
Yeah, we're at Duncansville, PA, at the Roadhouse. So,
but Rocklahoma had a band that dropped out, and they announced on their social media page on Instagram or Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. They announced that a fan vote to pick which band that they want to play or like take over, if that makes sense. And so we saw that, and our fans immediately went on their social media posts and started commenting Liliac and like voting for us. And eventually, when they announced who it was we were chosen. And so we were like, we had to take this opportunity. We couldn't say no, right? And
how many people were you guys in front of for that show, you think? It's one of your biggest crowds, right?
I feel like it was probably 8,000 to 10,000. I'm not entirely sure the exact number, but it was a ton of people. And it was our biggest crowd that we've ever played throughout our lifetime being a band, And it was an incredible, a surreal moment.
You have to take those opportunities.
I know.
And I think that was kind of how you guys got to do the Kiss Cruise too, right? You guys won the vote.
Yeah, fan vote. So we really owe it to our fans because
a big fan base.
Yeah, they help us achieve so much, and we can't do it without them.
That's fantastic. What got you guys into wanting to become a band? Because I mean, I've seen the jokes. You guys have a whole enough family to start a basketball team. So
yeah.
What I know, because I know you, Melody and Abby started out with like pop stuff. I know you did a lot of Michael Jackson covers and.
Yeah, I used to be a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Really?
Which is quite funny. Yeah. So we used to, a long time ago when we were just kids, we used to take dance lessons and stuff. I used to take like hip hop or like break dancing.
Did Justin do those lessons?
No, it was just me mostly, but. I really loved Michael Jackson. We all did.
Yeah.
And
who doesn't?
I know, right? And so I eventually started learning like the Billie Jean dance and like.
Did you guys ever get to see him?
No, I wish. My
dad and I were gonna get tickets the same year that we found out he passed away.
Yeah.
So we were almost about to see him.
I know. What was his tour?
This is it.
This is it,
was
right?
The last one they did.
I know, and he never got to.
Have you watched that documentary?
I think I have. Yeah.
So good. He's a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm. He would constantly just like rehearse, just until he got.
I think during his Super Bowl appearance, he was sitting there, saying like, "All right, I'm going to turn around when I feel like the moment's right." Yeah. And his guys in his ear saying, "All right, Michael, turn around. Turn around, Michael." He's saying, "Nope, it's not right yet. Turn around, Michael." And Michael turned around, and the producer's like, "It was the exact right moment. He did it when he was like, that was the best spot to turn around."
Yeah.
Like, he was a perfectionist.
Yeah.
That's why I hate seeing like the stuff getting produced now of his that was unfinished. He would hate it. He would hate it.
What was like some recent stuff that they released? Was it the featuring with Justin Timberlake, right?
And Kanye and a couple other ones, something like that. The newest album, the unreleased stuff. He would hate that.
You gonna let him finish?
Oh, what do you mean?
Started.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sorry about
that's
that.
right. Sorry, we kind of got off track.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the way our band got started was, like I said, we were Energy 3C at first, which stands for like Energy, because it was me, Abigail, and Melody. This is when we were really, really young. And then C stands for Christia. Yeah. And then eventually, when Ethan and Justin got in, we changed it to the Christias. And so we would perform on the Santa Monica Pier almost every weekend, but it was still like, you know, karaoke, pop, dance, stuff like that.
For how small you guys were, I feel like
I know,
Ethan
we were
and
really
Justin
tiny.
would have just sit there playing the triangle where there's little baby toys like it's squeaking to pop up. Because when we met you guys were tiny.
I know, but they were even more tinier.
Yeah, they were like babies. It was weird.
Yeah.
Especially seeing them growing up now where Justin's the youngest, correct?
Yeah.
He just graduated?
He's 16. Yeah, he graduated with a GED. So that way he can graduate
You guys
earlier.
like, forget school.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. I make money doing this. Forget school.
Right. And so once Ethan and Justin got in, we were doing like a whole kind of like a choreography. Sorry, there's like noise.
There's people outside.
The bus gets crazy and wild. But anyways.
It's all for content. It's fun.
Anyways, so
Can you see the audio little green thing going up and down?
Yeah.
Okay, I just
what about
sure.
this one?
Just want to make sure.
Okay.
None of this is getting edited out. It's great. It's great
okay,
content.
okay.
It's podcast. It's
Okay, yeah.
a little video podcast, but it looks good.
Okay, sounds good.
Content.
I'm a little shaky because my arm's starting to give out.
Hey, there's stabilization on that, so it's fine.
I love how we keep getting off track.
That's
But
fine.
Anyways, where was I? Oh, we would do like a choreography with like the Michael Jackson Thriller dance and everything. And I would like have my microphone. But it's funny because I couldn't really sing as high as Michael Jackson, so we kind of had to drop it down to a different key, you know, in order to make it work. But everyone still loved it, like when we would perform at the Santa Monica Pier.
I think it was funny when we found, because when we found you guys, it was all rock, hair metal, and then we kind of started looking further into you guys, and these videos start popping up, and it's like, they were so tiny, and this is hysterical. Like, it's good, but it's hysterical to think about.
But it wasn't until we started learning instruments, and I felt like that's where we found our sound, and that's when it was more genuine and we felt like we were authentically ourselves. And it was interesting because we noticed our crowds getting bigger when we started doing more like rock and roll music, and which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like...
Is it one of those things you guys all enjoyed doing it? Because I know that we went to a show and the drummer for, I think it was Disciple, like his favorite music is hip hop. Or no, 1,000 Foot Crutch. His favorite music hip hop, but he does have like heavier music. But like, so is it like where all you guys really enjoy this? Or is it kind of like we do this because we're good at it, we enjoy something more? Or
that's an interesting question. Well, I feel like we all enjoy listening to rock music. And it's funny because before we were like in the pop stuff, we didn't really listen to rock music because we didn't know it existed for some reason.
I think it's a Romanian thing.
Yeah,
like
probably.
all these other countries are kind of like, I'd say like a couple decades behind the U.S. and like where it's like 90s pop or like 80s pop, and then the hair metal it catches up eventually.
I feel like that's
look
what
at
it
K-pop.
was.
I think K-pop is now imitating like 2000s kind of like R&B.
Right.
And so they'll eventually catch up, but you know.
Yeah, it's quite funny, farcical. But anyways, where was I? I'm trying to remember.
I keep cutting you off. I'm
No,
sorry.
I know you're fine.
About everyone liking the same music. And
That's what we were talking about. So, because we do listen to other genres of music as well, like nowadays. Obviously, rock is for me is still my main one, and like pop punk. So like bands like Paramore, Panic at the Disco, you know, things
It used to
like
be Panic at the Disco.
I know.
Whatever happened? Do you know what happened to him at all?
What? Brendan Urie?
He forgot his voice, didn't he?
Yeah, I know he kind of like dropped out of music, but
Oh yeah, he wanted to focus on his family.
Oh, okay. I didn't even have a family.
Yeah, he's. I think the reason why is because him and his wife, they got pregnant, and so they wanted to focus on that, and that's why he kind of dropped out for the time being, I guess. I don't know.
How long it takes you.
He said retire, but I hope he comes back. But we don't know yet.
So what outfit are you wearing?
Rock,
Which one?
tank top, ripped jeans. We're in an interview,
Punk.
bro.
So which one do I? Oh.
Get out.
Come in and say hi.
Wait, who's the interviewer?
Me.
I can't open the door physically.
Is my kid there?
So you're interviewing him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, bye.
Bye. Good content.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That's how
That's
show
it is.
business goes.
I'm also being in a family of 5.
You guys had, so who's had the most pain done to them? Because I can't imagine.
Most pain.
Yeah, like you guys have
done to
had to gotten like actual physical fights. I'm
physical
sure.
Fights. Well, we used to take taekwondo lessons.
Yeah, so you guys are like kicking each other,
Yeah,
right?
always, constantly. So hook kicks, side kicks, roundhouse kicks, all that stuff.
And
All the kicks.
who's had the most blood loss?
Blood loss? Maybe Abby. But that's because she's like
Don't say 'cause
strong.
She's a girl. Okay, I thought you said she's a girl.
No, because she's strong and like when she hits the drum, sometimes like her hands would bleed.
Oh,
stuff
so
like
it's
that.
not like because she got hurt. Like
No,
no,
no.
you didn't kick her.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's what I meant. Everyone's thinking like, what are you talking
Why
about?
you
And
beat your
then,
sister?
but then after I explain it, they'll be like, oh, makes sense.
So you guys have done thousands of interviews.
Yeah,
And,
pretty much.
And it's always the same stuff asked.
That's true.
So I always like to try to get it's always more of a casual conversation and stuff that you know no one's really asked you too much. I don't know because I know I asked you guys this before and I'm wondering if it changed. Worst venue you've played at?
Worst venue? I mean, last time I'm pretty sure we said Fire, right?
Mhm,
In
in
Pennsylvania. There was another one that was pretty bad recently. I'm trying to remember where it was. I do know that recently, the Tulsa, Oklahoma show, it was a good venue, but the thing is that we had problems during sound check. It was the longest sound check ever, and like it completely ruined what we had in our ears, like the setup and everything, and it was just so annoying. And I don't know.
Do you guys think you sounded good during that show then? Like post show?
I don't know.
Because I know, like, if your in-ears are messed up and it doesn't sound good for you then, like, I don't know, has it
I feel
affect
like
the entire
it
concert?
could, but at the same time, it's also like we've built muscle memory and like we know, when we come in and all that stuff. And even though there might be some subtle differences within our ears, we're still able to, I guess, just connect, like, just, perform like we normally do, right?
How different is your practices compared to your actual live shows? Because I know you guys are starting to use tracks now, right?
Yeah.
So I know that you guys were like completely against that. Like your sound was pure then, and now it's just kind of it progressed where you guys have a fuller sound, so you have to have tracks to make it sound full in the show.
Yeah. So back then, we didn't really have the resources to do backing tracks, so we just did it raw, just like plug in and play. But now that as we built our career over time and we were able to get like the equipment that we need, and we wanted to do tracks for a really long time, but we just, like I said, we didn't have the resources. But now that we do, we feel like our sound is way bigger live, and we actually like it better because it helps us be even more on time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we can hear everything clearly. Because back then we didn't even have in-ear monitors either. We just used the wedges,
I remember the HMAC show where you guys are like all standing in front of each of your little monitors and you're just sitting there like...
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was one of my favorite venues. It's not designed for a rock show, but it's still a really cool venue.
No, I know.
It's because of the acoustics and it's like one of those like kind of sit down.
You're talking about the one in Harrisburg,
the
right?
HMAC, yeah.
Yeah.
The first show we saw you guys at, yeah. Coolest green room above the balcony.
Oh yeah.
And then the last time we
saw you? It did get hot
here,
up there though. A few times we were there.
The
but
last
maybe
time I think
they
they
got
had AC, and then
so
there was the
that's
plexiglass in front there, so it kind of blocked it off.
Yeah.
So it's you guys have been doing this for how long now?
Well, we started doing Liliac. Well, I don't know, because we did have the Christies, and we were still a rock band, and that was in 2015. I'm not sure at which point we changed it to Liliac. Probably 2017.
Okay.
Or something like that. Around that year, we changed the band name to Liliac, just because we wanted something more different. We didn't want it to be like our last name, even though
It's a very uncommon last name.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else with the last name. Is it Christy or Christia?
Christia.
Okay. All right.
Please pronounce it like that.
Christia.
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 Yeah. Because I had no idea for the longest time that Ozone was Romanian.
Yeah. Wait. Why? Why didn't you know?
Because I don't know. I didn't know the language.
Americans are culture.
I knew. I can vaguely sing that entire song.
Okay, let's hear it.
No, I don't sing.
Come Come on.
I don't sing.
Oh.
There you
can't
go.
do a tune.
No, I can't. So that's your next song you're gonna cover, right?
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna do Ozone.
Yeah, make it heavy.
Numa Numa. Because I mean that was huge in the early 2000s. The guy. What's funny is
Well, the song is called Dragos de Adinte.
yeah. Well, here in America it was the Numa Numa song. Okay. Have you ever seen the old viral video of the guy in the chair? It was like.
Yeah, I remember.
What's funny is
seeing
that guy. So he got real popular. And then he kind of went into hiding and was like just got so much anxiety because of how much fame he got from that. He hated it,
Ooh, wow.
but he got so popular off of it.
Yeah, and that was like the time when YouTube was like coming out.
Oh,
right?
2000, somewhere between 7 and 10, like when YouTube was real big and these YouTubers
Yeah.
all started.
Yeah.
Have you guys?
Would you ever be a YouTuber?
I'm trying.
Oh, okay.
That's part of what this is.
Oh, got it.
So this is more so.
I thought this was a podcast.
Well, it's a video podcast.
Oh, got
so
it.
it goes more onto like it's if you have YouTube Music, you can either pick
Oh,
between video and
yeah.
whatever, and I put it on Spotify, which Spotify now has video. So
Right.
and then it kind of spreads out to all these other ones. So I try to make, I don't know,
What's going on now?
trying to find out where my mother is. They
here?
left at 4 and it's 5:30, so I don't know,
I
content.
don't know.
But that's what I'm trying to. I mean, I'm at like 64 subscribers. I'm trying to hit 100 first.
Yeah, 100. That's
Yeah.
that's a huge accomplishment.
Oh yeah, for someone coming who has your YouTube channel's at what? 10,000? No.
Oh my god,
100
more than that.
500.
500.
Okay.
Yeah, so 500,000 compared to
Yeah, and
I'm
your
hitting
TikTok
100.
is even more. It's like
Million?
800,000 something.
I thought you guys were a million. now.
Um,
You guys hit a million, didn't you? For followers on TikTok?
On Facebook.
No, Facebook. We
Okay.
had
it's
a million.
Yeah, TikTok's like 800 some thousand, I believe.
So you guys are getting more and more popular.
Yeah, well, we're trying. Right now, I feel like we kind of hit a plateau. It's just staying stagnant.
Well,
And we wanted to continue to grow
around
better.
COVID, people weren't getting out as much, so it was more of listening at home.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
videos were very like that was your entertainment. You didn't get outside, so you guys your videos got huge around the time of COVID.
Right.
And obviously, right now I'd say everybody's hitting a plateau with like trying to get there, especially if you're trying to do content and stuff. But you guys already have that big following that there's
Yeah.
got to be that one thing, whatever it may be, that's just gonna break you over the top.
Right, exactly. Yeah, which is why we're hoping, we're trying to release singles now instead of albums. So hopefully that will do some, I guess, justice or like breakthrough for us. I don't know. I guess we're just waiting to see what happens.
Are you guys thinking about doing anything solo-wise? I know Melody wants to do a side project. I don't know if that's with you guys, or have you thought about, like, has anyone come to you and said, hey, do you want to, I mean, I know you do, like, someone features on certain songs and stuff, or you have someone come feature with you. Has anyone said, hey, do you want to come do this album with us, or we're doing a couple shows, would you come to, has anybody ever asked you to do that yet?
Well, like, I haven't been asked to do an album or like perform with another band, but I have, like you said, done collabs with other influencers on social media, usually musicians, obviously, because that's like what we do. It's music related content. But right now I'm also prioritizing something on my own, which is kind of more in the field of education where I teach guitar.
Okay.
And so I'm
Have
building
that
like
backup plan.
well, I'm building an online course.
Okay.
It's kind of like a side hustle thing, and hopefully that will do well. I still am working on it right now. I filmed all of like the video demonstrations.
Oh, so this isn't like a one-on. I mean, I know you do some
I
one-on-one
do
stuff,
one-on-one
but then you're
stuff.
trying to do like a course of like,
Yes.
hey, you want to buy this course of,
Yes, exactly.
So you're gonna do your own infomercials.
Yeah, I guess.
Put you on QVC.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited about it. I still have a lot to edit because it's a lot of information and knowledge that I've learned throughout the years of being a guitarist and stuff.
I've seen you grow. I mean, I've been playing guitar since I've been in like second grade. I have not picked up and played something in a long time. So, but the funny thing with my playing is like the skill I had at the age of 12 was fantastic for a 12-year-old. Everyone's like, oh, you're so good. Now I have that same skill that I had at 12. It's not so great. Like, oh, you're kind of mediocre. Like, yeah, but I've watched you grow. I mean, you're not that much further behind. You're only 4 years younger than I am, but you're fantastic and
Wait, I thought you were 30. No.
almost next year.
Almost. Okay,
Almost.
okay. Well, why were you saying that earlier?
Because I'm 30 next year. I want to go to Texas next year for the big 30.
Got it.
But yeah, you have
What's
done
what's going on in Texas? Is there a show or
the
something?
Ren Fair.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
the Ren
Texas
Fair.
is the world's biggest Ren Fair.
And who are you planning to dress up as?
Oh, I don't really have like a.
Because I know they have like pirates, elves. Sometimes I have
Probably.
steampunk. I've done that before.
Yeah, I know you guys are big into Ren fairs as well. Which, if we come visit you guys, definitely hit the Georgia. How far away is the Georgia Ren Fair from you guys?
Not too far. It's probably like 20, 30 minutes.
Oh, we drive 2 hours for any of ours. No, I'd probably half elf because I mean in
Half elf.
fantasy lore, most elves are like smooth shaven.
Do you play
this and
D&D
that.
at all?
Yes.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Do you play at all?
I want to get into it more, but I have played before.
Okay.
It's just been a while. But I do love like the creative, storytelling type of game.
Okay, so you want to do you?
I've never
do you
done.
want to be a dungeon master?
I've never been a dungeon master. I was just gonna say.
Okay.
That. But it
wasn't-
seems like it would be fun.
I wasn't at first. I mean, I love stories. I love story building, and I just wanted to play. So we had some random guy come over from a town half an hour away, which it all worked out. Same political views, same religious views. Like the dude's like us. So it worked out that it just
But
wasn't.
don't you need more?
Yes.
People?
So it
Okay.
was me, him, my wife, and 2 of his friends, I think,
Okay.
and then another one of ours. And so it worked out that like we trust these people and they're become really good friends. And then over the years, I've kind of like, all right, well, I want to kind of do it my own, where I started writing my own campaign. And
Yeah.
it becomes a pain after a while, but now I'm comfortable enough I'm going to go buy a book, open it up, and I can do my own campaign with the group of friends I have.
Yeah.
So one of the funny things I had is in my campaign, we're going to have you guys in it. Not like you guys come play, but your family were characters in it. Like
I like that.
Well, you guys are going to be villains.
Oh, we're gonna be the villain.
You guys are going to be like vampires.
Got it.
Which makes sense.
No, it does
Completely
make
makes
sense.
sense.
It does.
But I did have an
But
idea.
who's playing though? Am I playing?
You could. So this was before when I had the aspirations of having a big D&D like online presence of just streaming it and stuff. But
Yeah.
that got to be a big pain because I wanted to have you guys come over, like you, Melody, Abby, your brothers, like just come over and play just a D&D game. I don't know how many of you guys would have enjoyed that. Now knowing you do, there's online stuff. So
we just started playing this game on the bus that I didn't come up with. It was Justin and Carter, who's like our roadie. I think it's called Subterfuge.
I've heard of it.
And no, they made it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard of something called Subterfuge.
Probably, but they wanted to call it that because I don't want to explain because it's so long, like the rules and everything. But it's basically like everyone has to write a prompt and they pass it down depending on how many people you have. You like, let's say there's 4 people, you write 4 prompts or 3. I can't remember. I think 3 because then you pass it to the other teammates, and then basically the way to win is you have to get rid of all the prompts you have, and so you have to build off of a story by taking turns, and you would have to kind of like, let's say the prompt is I walk into a grocery store, right? You want to explain the setting to whoever you want to pick, and you have to like try to make them do what your prompt says without them knowing.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it was really
It's storytelling, but you're trying to get them
yes,
to...
because at the end, after you say like the setting and everything, you have to tell them, so what are you going to do? And then they would say 3 things, like 3 options of what they would do. And if one of those options
Is what
was
you wrote down?
yeah,
They
then
lose? Or...
technically you win.
Oh, okay.
That point.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So who's getting this patent?
I don't know.
Because that sounds like a pretty good.
No,
pretty
it
good
is.
game.
It's really cool. But it took us hours to finish because it's like you
Well,
can
it
get
sounds like
pretty.
D&D anyway.
No, I know you can get pretty creative, and then like people go off track, and like, the imagination is so limitless. So sometimes we have to probably come up with better boundaries, I guess, so that way it isn't going on for hours and hours
I think,
on end.
yeah, most one-shots are supposed to be like 3 to 4 hours long. And I
Yeah.
think the one that we had went on for 4 or 5 hours because someone doesn't know, like they screw up everything.
I got tipsy
Oh.
and just made my character go insane.
She plays the same douchebag character every single time
What's
we
your
play.
douchebag character?
I'm a cleric who only heals herself.
Claire Tabaxi, yeah, she's a prick.
Selfish.
She is very selfish. And they
I
always
love
say
it.
they always say that you either play somebody that you are or someone you aspire to be.
So she's aspiring to be
A selfish prick.
Selfish prick.
who
I
heals
guess
herself.
is a furry because I play.
Yeah, please don't become that. I'm not endorsing furries on this.
No.
But so we're gonna. So aside from being mean to furries, that I know that the one thing I enjoy doing is reading. Like, so one thing, if I'm going to go to a restaurant or a store or something, I love going and seeing the terrible reviews. I find them interesting. I know for a fact that Melody and Abby never looked at the comments for your stuff. Right. I'm assuming you take care of most social media stuff. So you see
me and my dad.
So you see a lot of hate.
I do. I kind of avoid it though. Like I try not to get it into my head.
I wouldn't engage with it.
No, I don't.
But
like I to be honest, because I
take care of that.
Well, thank you for helping out.
Yeah, she really hammers on people on you guys' stuff.
I love the comebacks. Like you have really good comebacks, but no, I usually just like ignore them because I know like everything they say. I don't know. I just don't like to be affected by it. You know.
Do you think it would
so
affect
I just
you though?
block it out.
Like if you're reading down and like if for me, are you on Reddit at all? Ever on
Reddit?
Yeah.
I've
there's a subreddit called r/roastme.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it? You put your cell phone there, and then it's just a picture of yourself, and just people go in the comments and just blast you. They don't know you; they just blast you just based off your parents.
Got it.
I find it hilarious. Like, if they don't know
Did you do
me,
it?
Oh yeah. Like,
And what did they say?
so one said I look like a transgender.
Somehow they started insulting me. I
How?
wasn't even in the picture.
Something,
How did they
something
insult
about like,
you?
oh,
'cause
your wife has a boyfriend or something like that. You know, kind of like calling
No,
me.
your wife has a wife or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your poor
Whatever.
wife or something like that.
Yeah, whatever it is. Like, so I get blasted. It's hilarious. I got thick skin. Has there been any comments that you have just saw and just like started busting up laughing because it was like either just really bad or just so mean that you thought it was hilarious?
Or just straight
I'm
up
sure
bizarre.
there have been
What's the worst
some,
thing that you
but
can
I
think
can't
of?
really remember because, like I said, I block those out all the time. But what, you have one?
I remember one. You guys
What's
had
about?
posted a picture of Abby.
Oh no, I think I know what you're talking about.
For some reason, I think she had on flip-flops, and there were so many comments about her feet.
Oh.
Many comments. It was so bad.
And I'm glad that your sisters never looked at that stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Oh, it's
creeps
so
online,
creepy.
regardless if they're fans or not. Like, there's a lot of creeps online.
There are.
Because I think I sent you a text before. Like, what you guys need to do is go through, find the meanest ones or the most clever ones, and just do a reaction of like how that, like, because they want, obviously these mean comments want to see you be upset by them. So if you show them,
All the Ronnie Radke.
so if you show them that you're upset by them, like, oh my gosh, this hurts so bad, it's such a mean, you know, like, I think that'd be great content for TikTok. It'd be a good TikTok.
Yeah.
You guys
just roast him back.
Because I know, true,
Well,
but like also
they're
I've
nice
seen
though.
YouTube videos or like TikToks and stuff of like these influencers whenever they would have, like, for example, Stevie T.
Oh
He
yeah.
did a video where he would kind of like react to like those bad comments, but he made a song out of it.
See, there
And
you go.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny because like the screenshots of the comments would appear on the screen, then he would just sing along to whatever they were saying. It was just so funny.
I think you guys could do that because that's. I mean, I see it all the time, and like I told your dad, you guys are getting bigger. You're reaching further. That's why you're getting hate. If someone sees it, instead of just scrolling past and be like, I don't care for this, they have to say something. They see it, and now you're in their head.
Right.
Regardless if they like you or not. So no publicity is bad publicity, whichever
Right.
way it goes. So.
That's true.
But I think it was good talking to you. It was a more candid conversation than we've really ever had.
And a lot of interruptions.
Yeah. Hey, that's how show business goes. I mean, for you at least. I all my 64
And I
subscribers.
do apologize. I feel like I've been stumbling just because I'm so tired.
Oh, you're
and
good.
Usually my brain functions well when I'm more awake.
You guys just had,
Well,
what,
yeah.
a 17-hour drive to Ohio and then another 4-hour drive here?
And for some reason, the other night I did not sleep well enough. Like I didn't get enough hours of sleep, so that also, I don't know, my sleep schedule gets so off when I'm on tour every single time. But
yeah, well, you guys are up.
It is what it is.
Even though you guys are young, it's like hearing that, oh, you're going on at 8 or 9, like, oh my gosh, that sounds so late.
Well, that one show in Ohio a few years ago.
10 o'clock at night, you
10
guys?
No, I
10:30,
remember
that
that.
was
Yeah,
horrible.
I didn't like that at all. I was like,
oh my gosh.
yeah. We always enjoy when it's like 8, the earliest. Like
I thought it was
that's.
going to be at 7. Like, that's fantastic.
But
Like,
no,
I thought it was
8 is like usually the.
It's not bad.
No, that's 8 o'clock is usually the average time a band, like a headlining band, goes on. So we like it when it's like 8 o'clock. But if it's later than that, we're like,
It's like, please don't book us next year if you're going to do us at 8 or 9 o'clock.
yeah.
Well, it was great talking to you.
It was great
Thanks for
talking to
coming
you.
on and allowing us onto your tour bus. So
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm glad you enjoy our
Did we
Melon
talk
Manson
about
tour
whose tour
bus.
bus?
I just said
Who this
Marilyn
was?
Manson
Yeah, he
right
said
now.
so.
Just right now.
My bad.
But we can talk about it if you want.
Yeah, we'll go that real quick.
So
We got a history of this tour bus.
Yeah, so basically I think it was in the 90s or something. Marilyn Manson used to tour with this bus. It was originally his. And I remember we opened for John 5 recently in February, and he came on this bus because, apparently he also was the guitarist back then, and he remembers this bus. And he was like, why would you guys get this bus? And we're like,
Why do you say that?
and we asked him, like, do you have any stories you want to tell us? And he was like,
no.
No. But
Not to a nice family like this.
he did sign under the thermostat where Marilyn Manson wrote, keep at 68 degrees, because it was his Marilyn Manson's handwriting, and it was on a piece of duct tape.
Which is still sitting
Yeah,
there.
it's still sitting there. We're not taking that off.
Which I'll put that in the video. Take a picture and put in the video.
And John 5, which his signature now is kind of faded, so you can't really see it clearly, but he signed it underneath it. So that was pretty cool. But the only thing he did tell us is that the bottom bunk, John 5 would sleep there, and Marilyn Manson slept across from him.
The bottom.
And yeah, on the bottom bunk.
You want to be on the top.
And so
Smelling everybody's farts coming the whole way down.
And basically he said that almost every night Marilyn Manson would just give him a death stare and just look at him dead in the eyes, and he was so uncomfortable. Yeah,
I mean, I'm uncomfortable looking at Marilyn Manson, but, teach their own with people. I know he's not a terrible artist, but I'm just not a big fan. So.
yeah,
But
and
it's
then,
still history.
And then other bands that have had this bus prior to us were like Nine Inch Nails, I think Foo Fighter, like at one point, and then also Echo Smith.
Okay.
So those are some other bands, and now it's us, Liliac.
So
And that's pretty much the history.
Your dad was on a live stream this morning saying about even if you guys would get a brand new tour bus, you're going to keep this just for the historical aspect of it.
Yeah,
So-
probably. And maybe one day if we're big enough, we could kind of like
Have two tour buses. Have your
we
people
could
like
have
your
two.
roadies in one and you guys in the other. 'Cause
Yeah.
you see that?
That's what Skillet does.
Yeah, Skillet. And then the movie. I mean, if you've seen the movie Rockstar, that's how they were. The wives were in the other bus, and then
Oh, really?
yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I think what the Rockstar was all about, Judas Priest or something like that. But good movie. Side rant. It seems like this episode's all about side rants.
Side rants.
Like
Ranting off
like
topic.
side story.
Oh, got it.
We could totally tell you were homeschooled.
Sorry. Not my fault.
All the isms and stuff that we say, and you're like, what? Anyways, good talking to you.
Yeah, it
Thanks
was
for
good
coming
talking to you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here, honestly. So, bye, y'all.